Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about the impacts that working in a toxic workplace can have on employees. Well, the first one that many employees will notice is the amount of stress that they have, but it's not just regular stress, or maybe it is, but it's regular stress on a regular level. So it's high levels of stress, and it becomes unsustainable. And then eventually, stress becomes changes to anxiety, to depression symptoms, and it can lead to burnout. Most employees who evolve in a toxic workplace, because in those workplaces, aggressivity is tolerated, harassment is tolerated, incivility is tolerated, retaliation against employees who want to bring problems forward is tolerated. Discrimination is also tolerated, and any type of difference is seen as a negative, right? So it's not rare to see employees who evolve in a toxic workplace say that they feel inadequate, that they feel like they don't belong, that they're unfit for their job, and they feel incompetent. And if you had asked these employees before in their career, they didn't feel that way about their work. So it's really not about them, it's about the system that keeps employees feeling like they're not enough so that they'll keep on trying to be better. At the end of the day, many of these employees will feel depleted and will not have the energy to enjoy life, to spend time with their families, and to spend time taking care of themselves, their mental health and their physical health, which is really, really important, especially if you're in a toxic environment at work. And let's remember that when employees are not feeling well, it doesn't just affect them at work, it affects them outside of work as well. If I'm stressed, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm starting to have burnout symptoms, these symptoms will not disappear once I'm outside of my workplace. They will follow me everywhere I go, in every aspect of my life. And so that is a very important component. Because we spend so much time at work, the environment that we're in has a huge impact on our well-being, on our ability to be happy, and on our lives as in general. Toxic workplaces also don't just affect employees, they affect their families, they affect their friends. And that's another important element to remember. And it's one of the reasons why it is so important to start creating healthy, inclusive, and positive workplaces, because it really has an impact on not just the employee, their family, so society at large. I think if you feel that you're working in a toxic workplace and you've started already having psychological distress symptoms, I want to tell you that you're normal. It is normal to feel stressed, to feel distressed in a dangerous situation. It isn't your body's way of responding to danger and of sending you signals that you need to do something. You need to do something differently because this is not healthy. This is not good. And so I know that a lot of employees feel when they start having burnout symptoms or stress symptoms, start feeling as though they are weak, that they're not strong enough to make it in the work environment that they're in. But the problem is not the humans in the environment, it's the environment that's making the humans sick. So the symptoms are not the problem. And it's not, again, a sign of weakness. In fact, the only people who thrive in a toxic workplace are the people creating the toxicity in the workplace and the people profiting from the toxic workplace. So I guess if you are to remember only one thing about what I've just said, is that you're normal if you're feeling distressed in a toxic workplace. And in a toxic workplace, it is normal also to feel that you're not fitting in, because fitting in would mean uh, aligning with the values of toxic workplaces, which means making it okay to be aggressive, to harass others, to discriminate against others, and to use lies and manipulation to get what you want. So, if those are not your values, you will feel uncomfortable in this type of work environment. In another video, we will talk about what you can do if you are working in a toxic workplace. I hope this helped, and I hope you take care of yourselves and of the people around you. Until next time, bye bye.